Happy Wednesday, guys. I'm just dropping this message in around the relationship with the self. And hopefully it's a message that someone might need to hear it today, and somebody, need a reminder of this. Our relationship with who we are is the most important relationship on so many levels. It is the absolute most important relationship. And when I work with people, I really help them to understand, and you've heard me say it so many times, we suffer because of the story we are telling ourselves about ourselves. And I would say to somebody, if I was to tie you up for the day and I was told you to hang out with that person for the day and you did not like them, and you felt physically uncomfortable because you were bound to them for the full day, you would not like that. You would not like being around them. You would probably try to deflect from being tied up with them by being up in your head and overthinking as a way to escape out of the discomfort. We do this anyway, not because we're tied to somebody we don't like. We do this because we are in a relationship with our own self and we don't like that self. So it is pretty much the same analogy as if I tie you up to somebody. You are bound to yourself. You cannot get away from yourself. You cannot escape who it is that you are as a person. You can't avoid it. But what we do in order to try and escape from it is we will seek externally for comfort. We will look outside of ourselves. We will become dependent on the validation of other people. We will put ahead of us the idealization of what they say and think of me as more important than what I say and I think of me. And the truth is no. If I take the psychotherapeutic lens and, say, look through the eyes of existentialism or spirituality or even religion, we were told so full of heart by the beautiful teacher, Jesus. He was the very first person who said the kingdom of God is within. In other words, everything that you need is already inside of yourself. And if you can connect to yourself with harmony, you are going to experience pure bliss while being here in this body, having your life experience. And yet, this is the most important relationship to ever have. Not relationships that we have with others. The relationship with the self is the most important relationship you can have. And we're not educated or we're not supported to really identify that, to really know that, to really understand that if I love me, I'm going to take better care of me and I'm going to be a lot happier on my life path because I will be saying yes to all the things that are right for me, and I'll be saying no and putting boundaries in around the things that are not as healthy for me. We don't know this. We're not schooled or minded in society to really, really know this. We evolve, we become 9 or 10 and become very aware, oh, I'm different. But we judge our indifference. We start to think, oh my God, I'm different from them. I'm not like them. I'm not good enough. And that mantra impacts us in our life. If we truly are identified with a mantra of I'm not good enough, you are not going to feel confidence to go out there on your life's path and do things. You're going to cocoon yourself inside of a parameter where for you it feels safe, but you're not experiencing all of what life could offer you. The relationship with the self is the answer. It's the medicine to your own hurts and pains. It is the solution to every problem. And I really, really say this wholeheartedly. You need to work at and become very curious about your relationship with yourself. Do you like you? If you don't like you, then that analogy that I used about being tied up to somebody that you don't like, then that's the relationship. What are you saying to yourself? And imagine if you spoke what you say to yourself to a teenager, to a 10-year-old. The impact that would have on them. Well, it's having the same impact because the soul in you, the truth of you is listening. And that part of you has loved you your whole life. And he or she just wants you to know that you are loved. And yet we don't know how to do that. We don't know how to connect into that part of ourselves in an honest way. We might be good at it for some period of time and then, something comes along and we go into the self-sabotage or the self-doubt. I would love you just to become, very aware of, wow, if I was tied up to myself, if I could physically take that inner self out and put her here and I was tied up to her, would I be happy hanging around with her? Or would I be very uncomfortable? Do you even know you? Do you even know? Are you able to sit in the silence and be in your own presence and actually enjoy it? Or do you have to fill that up as well? Do you like who you are? Because I promise you, your relationship with yourself is influencing the relationships that you're having. Your relationship with yourself, if you think of yourself as a vibrational being, which you are, pure energy, you're like a magnet. That vibration is either going to be a high vibration attracting towards it other high good vibrations, or it's going to be a low vibration magnetizing towards it lower vibrations. So for so many reasons, we really want to up level our relationship with ourselves. Like we really, really do. This month at the Self-Love Seminar, I will be speaking about self-confidence. Last month was about self-belief. The month before it was about what is self-love. This month it will be about your self-confidence. And, I would love for you all to just come and join and sit in the space and be with the people in the space and take something from it for yourself. You matter, and your relationship with yourself truly, truly matters. It will either create more suffering or it will end your suffering with yourself. And I just want you to sit with that. Just let that be the peace to be with. Do I want my suffering to resolve and get softer and more kinder and compassionate? And that will come down to you being softer, kinder and more compassionate with yourself. Big love, guys. Happy Wednesday.